同学们好.
我是好，
Thank you. It is the 31st of July. We've got 4 more classes left. So last week I thought we'd finish the cross step strikes, essentially when we're in a bow stance and we strike with the opposite hand and the foot and the leg. But we didn't do the big one, which was Fair Lady Works Shuttles, and there's lots in there. So today we're going to be working on Fair Lady Works Shuttles. Next week we're going to be doing the same arm. So, you know, when you're essentially delivering energy with the same arm as the full leg. So, for example, diagonal flying, thrust palm, parting wild horse's mane. There aren't many of those. Week after that, we'll be doing tap, step, and empty stances, and then we've got 2 weeks to do the kicks and the turns, which should be plenty. So that's where we are, and so let's just start with just a couple of minutes of standing practice. And we're still in August, so we're still doing coordinate upper and lower. And here I still want to take the time to really focus on being soft, and then to take that into your form practice. So start legs absorbed, knees bent, feet to the front, square, relax the waist, round the arms, and from here you know the drill. Go through and do your posture checks, your full posture checks. Your head lifting up, shoulders and elbows sinking, chest absorbed, back rounded, waist relaxed. And once you've established that you're happy with those, move your attention to your breathing. So the posture helps us to breathe with our abdomen. And as soon as we start thinking too much about breathing, all the other things go to heck. So keep going back and checking your posture and checking your breathing. And then from there, soften. So feel your neck softening as your head lifts up. Relax the waist, the spine lengthens and softens. Everybody's arm circles look very nice and round. See if you can make it just a little bit softer. It's nice and big. Try and soften the hands, elbows, shoulders. Since we've been doing a lot of bow stance, let's do this standing practice just a couple of minutes in bow stance. Shift your weight to your left, open your right foot. I will mirror you. Step forward into a left bow stance and come forward into the bow stance. Feel your head lifting up. Feel your breath sinking into your abdomen. Feel your waist relaxed. Check that you've got weight on the bubbling well of the front foot and the back foot. Now relax the shoulders, drop the elbows, absorb the chest. Check, push back with the front leg, push forward with the back leg, but use that to relax your lower spine, your lumbar spine. That was just a minute, so let's just change to the other side. Shift back, pick up the left foot, put your left foot down, shift your weight, step out the other foot, Push forward with the back leg. You're in forward bow stance. This is the one where you're leaning. Your torso, if you want, you can look down your side, shoulder, hip, elbow, hip, ankle, more or less in a line. But lift your head, feel the string pulling your head up. And then soften, if you can. Check that your back heel is engaged. Check that your front heel is engaged. Crotch rounded. And we'll just finish here, so step forward. Let me just reset for a little bit. And we'll just go straight into gazing at the moon. At your own pace, circle up and down. Don't feel you have to coordinate your breathing if you're going very slowly. Concentrate on extending and stretching and lengthening your spine and your arms and the legs. And what we're going to try and do, go around one more time and then stop with your hands in front of your hips when you finish, is to transfer this into our moving practice. So let's just wait here for everybody to get to the same spot. Straighten the legs, hands by the side of the thighs. Great. Good. Okay. So let's practice again the same part of the form we did last week, because it's got Fair Lady Works Shuttles in it. So that's what we're going to be working on today, what I thought we were going to be working on last week. Before we do that, any questions? No. Okay, good. So I'll go in the same direction as you. The red dot marks the front. So we're going to start in prepare, and we're going to go into cross hands from prepare. And we're going to go into embrace tiger. And at the end, we'll go from single whip into cross hands and finish. Prepare. Traditional form, third section, cross hands. Embrace tiger. Return to the mountain. Roll back. Press. Push. Diagonal single whip. Wild horse parts its mane. 1, 2, 3, 4, ward off left. Ward off right. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Fair Lady Works Shuttles 1. Two. Three. Four. Ward off left. Right. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Let's do cloud hands and then finish. Cloud hands. 1. 2. 3. Single whip. And from here we'll go into cross hands, closing, original position, re-establish your standing practice here, and stop. Okay, good. Any questions? So I'm not going to be doing the coordination exercise that we've been working on in the last month, you know, the forward, back, all those kinds of things. You should know it by well enough by now that if you want to do it, you can keep doing it. I will actually be applying some of that in what I do want to do. So let me just see how many of you know Master Young's wellness exercises by show of hands. Ish. Okay, nobody really knows them, so good. So
I know them, but I haven't done them in a while.
Yes. Yes. So in fact, I am not going to do the exercises in the wellness exercises today, but they're very adaptable. They're a very nice foundation for doing different things. And so that's what we're going to do. So actually, we're going to go in and out of our bow stance. I will mirror you again. So if you put up your right hand, you know, we'll be touching right hands here. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going into bow stance from side to side, and then we're going to be doing a number of different movements. So we'll be doing, so this is a way for us to, in a way, do single movement practice. Hey Judy, great to see you.
Hi.
So we'll be doing the, let's start with brush knee. So again, if we talk about these, what I, for lack of a better term, called the cross arm leg stances. So we've got brush knee, parry block and punch, Fair Lady Works Shuttle. Let's do all three of those and just go left, right, left, right, left, right to just get a sense. We won't be able to get the full body movement, but at least we'll be able to get some of the upper-lower coordination. The first one is always a bit of a bear, and if you get lost, because I get lost, I apologize. But once we've got past the first one, it gets a lot easier. So we always just start in prepare. Let's just do opening. So here, what I'd like you to do is we're going to do brush knee left. So you're going to be doing this circle to the right and the left with your arms, right? One up, one down. And what we're going to do from here is you're going to step back with the right leg as you do the circle to the right. Then you're going to do a brush. So let's just start that one again. So we're here. So the right is going to go down, the left is going to go up. You're going to step back with the right foot. So step back, close and step to the back, brush, push. Now we're going to go to the other side. So what we're going to do, remember when we go from one brush knee to the other, we shift weight back, lift the front arm. We're going to do that and actually bring that arm in. So the arms are now either side of the center line. My foot's come in. Do the close and step on the other side now. Brush and push. Shift back weight as you step in. Close the arms, either side of your center line. Close and step to the right side. Brush and push. Shift weight back, step in, prepare your left arm now to the left, close, brush and push. And try and get a nice even pace as you go from one side to the other. Shift back weight. Rotate the right arm, step out with the right foot, arms to the left, brush forward, knee bend, push. Shift weight back, bring the hand in, circle back, brush knee, push. I'm going to break it down a bit. Let's just check the coordinations, the snapshots. Shift back weight, here, arms either side of the center line. Circle to the back, heel touch. Foot flattens, the right arm brushes the left arm to the shoulder, and then knee bend, strike. Same on the other side, shift back weight, arms either side center line. Now look to the back right corner, foot flattens as you brush, knee bends as you strike. Now, what you can do, what's nice about this is you can speed it up to get a sense of what doing the movement does at different paces. So let's slowly, we'll just do it, keep doing it, and I'll slowly speed up a bit. And if you can't keep up, that's not a problem. Shift back weight, close the arms, close and strike to the other side. Close and step, brush, push, faster, step back, circle out, close and step, brush, push, circle back, close and step, brush, push, faster, circle back, brush and push, close and step, circle back, close and step, brush, push, faster, close and back, and push, close and back, and strike. Close and strike, and finish when you get to the end. So what you'll have started to feel here is as you go faster, this forward back movement that we've been practicing, you should beginning to be able to feel that, because what we're doing is doing this strike. So for example, if you just want to do single movement practice, let's say on the right, so I've got my mirror right leg forward. From here, I can do brush and push. I can just close to here, and I can just do this over and over again. and I can then from here practice delivering energy. So here, let's practice this. Just your left arm. What I want you to do is center your hips between your feet, and as you turn your chest, throw your arm forward. Just throw the arm forward. So one of the things that we see when we talk about coordination, let's and release from that position. We talk about what is upper-lower coordination, starting in the feet, energy delivered in the legs, controlled through the waist, manifest in the arms. So the hip is the waist is the controller. And the waist does two things. It essentially transfers the energy from the lower to the upper, but it also tells you where to stop. So it's a bit like when you're throwing a towel, doing a whip, are you doing a big whip or are you doing a little whip? So let's practice that, and the way we usually practice that is by imagining that when we're doing a strike with the arms, it's a long strike. So I want you to, if you're mirroring me, your right leg forward, start with your chest quite open and come forward to chest square. And you can add the legs if you want. So that's quite a long movement. So now just the elbow. So your chest open a little bit less, so maybe 45 degrees. Now the shoulder, just a little movement. Now let's change to the other side. So let's just do the brush knee first. So close to the back, brush, come forward, right? So you can see I've got my brush knee here. And we're just going to focus on the right arm. So let's take the big movement. So the arm just gets thrown forward 3 times for each. Now we're going to do the elbow. Now we're going to do the shoulder. So you can practice you can take the forward-back coordination exercises that we did in the last few weeks. You can add the arms to it now as well. So I wanted to just show you that in brush, knee, and push. Now we're going to go on. Let's just quickly look at parry, block, and punch, how we can do parry, block, and punch this way. And then we'll focus on Fair Lady Works Shuttles. So for parry, block, and punch, again, let's start here. Let's just imagine we've done our opening. Open your left foot and make a fist with the left hand. Step out, block with the right, come forward, punch. So this is your ending posture for parry, block, and punch. So your left hand is in front of your right forearm center here, the way it normally is. Yes. Now, the left hand is going to become the punching hand, and the right hand is going to become the blocking hand. So step back, bring your left hand to the hip. You're blocking out with the right, step out, punch. Okay, other side. The fist is going to become the blocking hand, and the open hand is going to become the fist. It's yin-yang, right? They change from one to the other. So step back, make a fist, step out, punch. Again, the fist becomes the blocker, the open palm becomes the fist. Step back, step out, punch. And you can imagine practicing this punch at different speeds as we've been doing. And this is one of the things that, as you know the form, you start doing single movement practice. You start practicing The same movement over and over again on both sides. So that's Parry Block and Punch. I want to get into the headliner, which is Fair Lady Works Shuttles, but before I do that, any comments or questions?
I like punching left-handed.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, because I'm left-handed.
Oh, yeah.
It just is automatically natural, whereas this always has felt awkward.
And actually, for me, when I have to punch with the left, it feels really awkward. It's like, oh, I need to do this more. Yeah. Lovely. Ellen?
I'm left-handed and it feels awful.
Oh.
It feels really weird. Like, I'm so used to now after just doing all that parry blocking on the...
Yes.
I'm going to have to do a lot more with my left to make it feel okay.
Yes. Yes. That's right. Okay. So let's do Fair Lady Works Shuttles. And the reason I want to do this is I'm actually going to be reviewing a lot of the details of Fair Lady Works Shuttles just in this posture. We don't have to move around the room, turn around, which direction is anybody looking. We'll just all do it in this position here. Okay. And again, as always, the one that you start with, I always find is the most confusing one. So let's start and prepare. We do opening, press down. Okay, so we're going to step back with the right. We're going to shuttle through with the left. The left leg is forward. The right hand is pointing towards the front direction. Come forward and strike. Okay, so now from here, so you can see this is essentially brush knee. It's just this arm is in a different position. It's pretty much the same thing. So you know where to go from here. From your, this was Fair Lady Works Shuttle number 1, right? You're in a left bow stance. So press down in front of you. Bring the back foot in. The arm nearer to you, which is your left arm, is going to shuttle under the right. The right is going to shuttle under the left. The left arm is pointing forwards. Open as the foot flattens. Strike as you come forward. Again, shift weight back, press down. Shuttle. Left under right. Left comes forward, right strikes. Press down. Shuttle right under left. Open as the foot flattens, strike as the knee bends. So let's slow down here a little bit. When you remember when we begin, we press down. And here, because I'm going towards the camera, you're going towards the camera, you can see if your hands are crossing the line. So make sure that your palms are in this configuration across the line going straight forward. That's what we want. Then from there, they're going to shuttle. So from this position, and the arms are at right angles here. Arms are at right angles. From here, you're going to open slightly. Both palms are going to turn up. The backward one is going to shuttle under the forward one, and then you're going to strike. Let's focus on that. So let's start again here. So step back, shuttle left under right, come forward, left comes ward off, strike with the right. Shift weight back, press both hands down. Check that your palms are across the line that your front toe is pointing. Now your back hand, your right hand is going to shuttle under the left as you change footwork. Open the chest and strike. Shift weight back, hands across center line, shuttle, step out, open, and strike. Next thing we're going to focus on is the back hand. So shift back weight, arms cross, shuttle, and step out. Now I want you to pause here. Notice that this back hand is pointing in the same direction as your front foot. When we're doing the form, it'll be to the corner. because we always do Fair Lady Works Shuttles to the corner, but here is in the straight direction. And my front arm is in this nice big ward off, but I'm warding up across the same line. So ward off and strike. So what you can see, since I'm going straight at the camera, is that my striking hand is going in a straight line from being in this cradled position to being in the strike position. It's just like brush knee. The only difference is in brush knee we start with the palm out. Here we start with the palm back. So to here. Let's change again. Press down, shuttle, left under right. Now your right arm is pointing straight ahead. Open as the foot flattens, strike as the knee bends. Shift weight back, cross the center line, shuttle open, and come forward. And stop. Erlen cracked up. You lost it. Let's start. Yes, right. Yes. Let's start again.
I circled the top hand around instead of the bottom hand.
The bottom hand. Yes.
Like,
well, I suppose what I tell myself, the way I reassure myself when I get lost doing this, it means I'm not yet familiar with the movements.
yeah.
Because if you think about the progression of practice that Master Young talks about, the first is movements familiar. Then it's understand energy, then it's spirit clear. And so movements familiar doesn't just mean knowing the sequence. It means knowing the movements and knowing your body should just be able to ride the bike and just do things, but somehow it doesn't. Let's try again. Okay, so we're going to start. Let's just imagine we've done opening. So open, step back with the right foot, shuttle the left arm under the right. So then open and strike. Okay, we're all on the same page here. Yes, very nice. Oh, while we're here, check that your shoulders down and your elbows down. It's so easy with this one for our shoulder to hike up. This is a good place to check. Shift weight back, palms across the center line. Now shuttle the right under the left. Open your chest. So here, my chest is almost to the side here in order to get my left arm pointing in the same direction as my right foot. I've got to really open my chest. Foot flattens. Now you can see that my chest turns through 45 degrees as I come forward with this strike here. And so again, here you can practice, single movement practice. You can just do this movement over and over again until you really get used to this body turn. So let's finish here. So we're in the right leg forward. Let's change to the other side. So press down, shuttle, left under right, step out, open, and strike. Good, yes. Shift weight back, press down, check that your palms are across the center line. Open the arms, cross the arms with body turning, shift forward and push out. Come back. Now, when you open to shuttle, make sure you don't open your chest too much, because we want to keep our chest absorbed. Shift weight back. Shuttle right under left. Open and strike. And let's stop there. So when we do the stepping, suddenly the things that seem familiar were, and really easy when we were just doing it in this nice contained sandbox aren't quite as straightforward. The one that I want to just remind you of right now is when we do shuttle 1 to shuttle 2. So when we come, actually I'll do it from this direction. When we come around here and we're pulling around, make sure you don't pull like this. Make sure you keep your chest sinking. It's very easy here to pull. Oh, I'm going to pull. So I'm pulling like crazy to here, and now I can't do my passing palm because I've got nowhere left to go. So keep your chest sinking the arms. The arms are like this, so that you've still got some space to open and do your passing palm. Okay, let's talk about footwork unless somebody has a question. No questions. All right, footwork. So let's just review all the footwork, and I'll do it once in the standard way and then once with an accommodation. Thanks, Judy. So we start in single whip, so it's a left bow stance. I can use my props. So these are the 4 directions we're going to go. So I'm going to start here. The first one is to the front right corner. Shift weight back, turn the left toe 135 degrees if you can. Shift back, pick up the right foot, step center line to side. So the right heel is on the other side of the line that's created by the diagonal of the left foot. Step forward into a bow stance to the corner. So we're in a bow stance to the corner. Now we're going to turn and face in the 2 direction. So shift back weight, left foot turns 135 degrees to the back. Pick up the right foot, step out, make sure you step wide enough for a bow, and come into number 2. The even numbers are always right bow stances. The odd numbers are left bow stances.
Can you do that one again, please?
Yeah. That was 1 to 2. Yes,
yeah.
Sure. So I'm starting here. Shift weight back. Turn the left toe to the back. Shift back. Come around. Step out into a bow. Going in the 2 direction, which is the front left corner. Shifting my weight forward, close the back foot to the side, so now I've got 45 degrees. Did that answer the question?
Yeah, I wasn't sure it was a question, but I just wanted to see your footwork because it's such a long reach.
Yes, it is. It is. It is a long reach.
For short legs.
Yes. And the other thing which I think is implicit in the point that Donna's making, which is a very good thing to be reminded of, is because it's such a long reach, we have to remember to go extra far so that we end up in a bow stance and not one line, 2 sides. So I didn't see everybody nod, so to just belabor the point, and I need my prop. Okay, so I'm going to start here. I'm in a bow stance. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to step. Now, I want to step to the corner, but I need to, that's the diagonal from my heel, my left heel. So I need to step even further around to get shoulder width apart between the line through my left heel and my right foot. So I need to go even further around. Now, there is an accommodation because not all of us and not on all days can we do this, right? So let's talk about on the days where we can't do that, what do we do? And there's many ways, but here's one I like. So the first is come around with the left foot as far as it'll go. And then just walk it around. And you know that your left foot is going to be to the side because you're going to be making a bow stance to the corner. So just walk, walk, walk until you can put your left foot down to the side. Then step out into a bow. So I'll just review that again. So start in your left bow stance. Come around as far as you can. Doesn't matter how far. Then just walk around. Put your left foot down. Make sure it's pointing to the side. Then step out into your bow stance to the corner with the right leg. You'll have to think a little bit harder, particularly if somebody's calling the cues based on the standard footwork, like when you close your arms, open your arms. We'll talk about that in a second. But let's just keep going. So we've done number 2 here. So number 3, we're going to go to this corner here. So it's just a 90-degree turn. the front foot, the right foot that's pointed at the corner, is going to turn to the side. So it's going to turn through 45 degrees, but as you know, we're actually going to pick it up and put it down. The reason being that we can demonstrate that we can move. So shift to here, then shift your, because if you can see here, if you check, your feet are probably more than shoulder width apart. So bring the left foot in, step out into a bow. Now you're at the 3 direction, you're back in a left bow stance. So now we do the big turn again, shift back weight, pivot 135 degrees, shift weight back, step out, and come around, bringing the left foot, which you quite conveniently can't see, which is to the side there. And that's number 4. So let's do the arm movements with those things. Then we'll, with the standard footwork, and then we'll do the accommodation footwork, and Lorraine, I'll check in to see how you're doing it, if it's working for you. So let's start, we're in the one direction. No, we're going to start with a single whip. So we're in single whip. So we're going to add the arms, shift back weight, turn, 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 turn. The left arm comes all the way to the right side. Both arms are pointing to the side. As you shift your weight back, release the hook, open your chest, step. Arms cross as you move forward. So now your right arm is pointing to the corner. Open and strike. Now we're going to do number 2. Shift back weight, circle. When the back leg comes to the back, arms are here. As you step around, shuttle, right under left. Heel touch, arms closed, foot flat, arms open, bend knee, strike. So that's number 2. Now we're going to do number 3. Shift back weight, press down, pick up the right foot, reset. Now here I want you to pay attention. As you come forward onto the right leg, you're going to rotate both arms. And you're going to shift your weight in the side direction. Cross, passing palm, heel touch, arms open, knee bend, strike. Number 4. Can you
say that again?
Say again?
Can you repeat that so
yes.
I can watch you?
Yeah, so for number 2, we're in a right bow stance. Let me do it here. Hopefully you can see more feet this way. So I'm here. Shift back, weight press down. And again, as we were saying, check that your palms are across this line, which is now a diagonal line. Open and step. Close. Open, heel touch. Heel touch, arms open for this. Knee bend, strike. Yes. Now we'll do number 4, which is the same as number 2. Shift back weight, circle. Passing palm as you step. Heel touch, arms closed. Foot flat, arms open, knee bend, strike. And as I think you all know, or at least have been confused by, the arms closed, heel touch coordinations are different for 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. Right, because with 2 and 4 we come a long way around. So with 2 and 4, when your arms are closed, you do the heel touch. Whereas with 1 and 3, because it's shorter, by the time your heel touches, the arms are already open. So the arms go a little bit faster in 1 and 3 because you don't make a big turn. So let's do the accommodation footwork. So let's just start again with, let's go into 1 the usual way, review. Shift back weight, turn. Both arms go to the right side corner. Shift back weight, open the hip, open the arms, step, shuttle under, ward off out, heel, knee bend, and then strike. So now we're going to do the accommodation footwork on 2. Push down, start turning, walk yourself around, As you put your left foot down, shuttle the right arm under the left and touch with the heel. So this is your checkpoint here. Heel down, arms crossed. Then flatten the foot, arms open, strike. Number 3, shift back weight, press down, open, close, and strike. Number 4, again the accommodation footwork, shift back, shift down. Now as you pull around, just walk it around, and as your left foot goes to the side, shuttle the right arm under the left heel touch. So in this position, right heel down, arms crossed. Foot flat, right arm out, knee bend, strike. Okay, now I'm going to turn things around because I want to talk about just the chest in 1 and 2, because there's a lot of chest movement in the first shuttle, and if we get that one right, the others are easy. So I'm now going the other direction. Okay, so let's just review this together. So we're in single whip. So we're going to shift back. Arms are going to come across. Most of my weight is on the right. Both arms are open to the right. As I shift back, I'm going to open my chest and release the hook. So you can see my chest, as I pull my left arm back, my chest opens. My chest is actually square here. And I'm going to step here. Oh, come back a bit here. Then, so my chest is the square. As I step through, my chest is to the corner. When I'm warding off, my chest is to the side. When I strike, my chest comes back to the corner. So that we always say there's 5 turns, is a matter of how you count them. But let's just do that again, and I'll just call where the chest is. So we're in single whip, so the chest is more than corner. Turn all the way around. So here my chest is to the corner because my arms are to the side. Open the arms and step, chest square. Shuttle under, chest to the corner. Open the arms and step, chest to the side. Strike, chest back to the corner. So you can see that as we're doing this movement, there's a lots of movement to and fro of the chest, and that's, as always, where the power comes from. Any questions? Yes, thanks, Lorraine. Go ahead. Yes.
On the number 2 and 4, how do I get my left foot to the final position?
Okay. Yes. So the question is, on 2 and 4, how do you, with the accommodation footwork, how do you get your left foot to the final position? So this is how I think about it. So I've done, where am I? I'm confused. These things are probably, I'm going to take these out of the way because I'm confusing myself now. And if I successfully confused you, I apologize. Okay, so from here. So I'm going to come to here. This is 1. Come to here. This is 1. So as I come around, I'm just going to walk around, and then I'm going to plant my left foot to the side and shuttle my arm under. So it doesn't matter how many steps you take. Make sure that the last step that you take with your left foot is to the side. Then you do the shuttle, plant your right heel, and then you can open and strike. Let's do that together, Lorraine. I don't know if there's a good direction because, like, no matter where you start, you've got me behind you at some point. So let's say I'm going to go in this direction. So I have done, yes. So we've done number 1. Press down, circle. Now just walk around and then put your left foot to the left side. Shuttle the right arm under the left, right heel to the corner. Then open and strike. Again?
JP,
Yes, ma'am.
if balance is not a big issue,
Yep.
I've had some of my students just take one step back and then they just pivot the left heel to the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems to work for a lot of my people.
So, so from here, oh, just pivot on the heel.
You
Yes.
just take a step back and pivot to wherever your direction is.
That's nice. Yeah, hang on. So we're here. Yeah, so I pivot on my right heel. I step with my right foot, keep pivoting on the left, and then make the right bow stance.
So pivot. So on number one, I would pivot on my left foot as far as I can,
Yes.
and then just step behind me,
Yes.
you know, as far as is comfortable, and then pivot the left foot to the side
right.
direction
And then step out with the right.
and take the step.
Thank you, Donna. Yeah, that's a good one. Lorraine, does that make sense to you?
Yeah, so if I did it your way, then there's no final move for my left foot. It's already straight.
Yes, although the thing is, Donna's way is more elegant because she doesn't actually pick up the left foot at all. She just pivots. So if I understand her correctly, she pivots the left foot part of the way, steps around, pivots it the rest of the way, and then steps.
And
So
I
the
don't
left-
step. The only thing is I don't step that far back because I have short legs.
Yeah, right.
But essentially just to clear the left foot. Step
Okay.
back and to clear the left foot so I can pivot.
Right. Okay, nice. Yes. So just to clear the left foot. Yes. Yeah. That's a nice one.
That's worked for some of my people that are a little shaky, and some of them still have to walk all the way around.
Yeah.
So whichever
Yeah,
one
yeah,
works.
Good one. Thank you. Okay. We have 5 minutes. Are there any other questions about this? Okay, we just keep practicing, and eventually it'll come. Let's play the transition game quickly. Okay. So the challenge is we're going to go from golden rooster to left brush knee or any brush knee, and then back to a golden rooster. So here's what I saw, good solutions. I think we all got those solutions. So the first is, so let's say we are in this golden rooster. We can just step straight down and do a brush and push. Okay? Of course, we can also, from the same golden rooster, step to the other side and do a brush and push. So you can do a transition step. So from here you can do a transition step, then you're going to have to do your close to the other side, brush and push. And then this in fact is in the essential form to go back to golden rooster, bring the back foot in tap step, stand up, golden rooster. And what we didn't talk about is, let's say we've got golden rooster here, we can actually go backwards, I think, as well. So from this golden rooster, we can actually pretend to do a repulse monkey and go into a brush knee instead by stepping wider. Because as you know, you do go into repulse monkeys from golden rooster in the form. But instead of doing a repulse monkey and ending in an empty stance, you step back wider again with the front foot. And this hand that was going to stay at the hip is going to come forward and strike. Sure, 再见.